So let's go into the week of March 24th. Welcome to the forecast for the week of March 24th through March 30th, the weekend. This week, the pace is going to start to pick up as the sun passes retrograde Mercury and begins to pull forward on Mercury's momentum. So the week of March 24th is going to be a great week to prepare for those matters that you want to pull the trigger on after Mercury goes direct on April 7th. Now, and we are also under the heavy green vibrations of Saturn sextile Uranus. If you want a full rundown of that, review the March 17th forecast to get that. Plans will start coming together more quickly after the sun passes retrograde Mercury and they switch positions with Mercury slipping behind the sun. Plans are going to start coming together more quickly, and you can start getting a lot more done that has maybe been held up for the past week or two. Although short term, you may experience confusion and uncertainty and anxiety or other nervous or mental imbalance as Mercury retrograde draws closer to contacting Neptune, still at the threshold or crossroads between Pisces and Aries, and still on the Pisces side, although doing that deep processing around those Pisces issues. Delusion, illusion, addiction, negative attachments, all of that can be this Pisces energy. So it's the devil you know or the devil you don't know right now. Sometimes that familiarity can keep us bound. Venus backs into Pisces and channels Neptune's vibration first, all right? Preparing you to release deeply held illusions about relationship and partnership. So this is a moment to reconsider any attachment that you are holding on to. Is it a relationship? Is it a situation that is built on hope instead of something real? Because that's what Pisces, that's one of those deep, deep issues of Pisces. But here's the clincher right now. As we move through these transitions, as all these different planets move back and forth across the doorway between Pisces and Aries, we have Aries' ruler Mars, which is still coming back up to speed in Cancer after Mars retrograde ended on February 23rd. Mars is still getting back up to speed. While Mars is moving through this situation in touchy and defensive Cancer, Mars gets a poke in the gut from the wounded healer Chiron. That is what these three red stars are about. So if you are facing health issues, for example, chronic conditions can flare during these 3 red days, especially if they involve the head, ruled by Mars, ruled by Aries, where Chiron is, or the gut. This is direct link from Mars and Cancer to inflammation in the gut. So if your head hurts, it might be due to inflammation in your gut, as it often is. Folks will be extra sensitive this week, so don't take any crap that you don't have to. Don't take it on when people are pissy, for example. But also give a little grace when those wounds do come up for healing. All right. So just to recap, here is the Sun conjunct retrograde Mercury on Monday. That's the halfway point. That's the change in momentum point. When the momentum it's not moving forward yet, but you're starting to have an easier time preparing for Mercury to move forward in the near future. Here is retrograde Venus crossing into Pisces, and 5 hours later conjoining Neptune at the end of Pisces. Now Venus is backing into Pisces now. And then here is Mercury backing into Pisces on Saturday night and conjoining Neptune. So let's talk about the solar eclipse in Aries. Let me put the chart up for y'all. There you go. Solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th. Here we see the energy piling up in Aries, moving on from Pisces. But of course, we have Mercury retrograding back into Pisces. We have Venus retrograde through the end of Pisces. And so there's still quite a bit of Pisces energy to come. Although it's nice to see things begin to shift into Aries, because to me that means clarity. To me that means a wake-up call. To me that means things are going to start moving instead of just kind of swimming around in circles. We'll move forward in a cardinal, in a forward direction, instead of a mutable, emotional soup that they've kind of been in for a good long time now. Okay, so it's a pretty good day for this Aries solar eclipse. And the Aries sun is in a pretty happy place right now. The sun is exalted in Aries. It's like, woo, here I am, and I'm eclipsing now. Awesome. Although the eclipse's ruling planet Mars is in an uncomfortable situation, not being happy in Cancer, the sign of its fall, there are constructive outlets for that Mars and Cancer energy that make leaning into the emotional work worthwhile. The solar eclipse in Aries emphasizes physical strength and power. Aries, Aries, Aries. Assertiveness and independence. This eclipse might coincide with events that impact armed forces, Aries, loners, Aries, and independent people. The eclipse sits in the sweet spot of transformation, growth, success, and powerful luck. It sits right at the Jupiter-Pluto midpoint. Fabulous. With a lot of activity happening around the moon's north node in Pisces, right over here. It's like so much stuff happening around that north node. It's important to lean into the Pisces energy too. Listen to your intuition, lean on your spirituality, and keep an open mind, but not so open that your brains fall out. Okay? Keep an open mind, but not so open that your brains fall out. The eclipse's ruling planet Mars is still lollygagging through Cancer, getting back up to speed, won't be out of Cancer until mid-April. And that it can feel kind of exhausting, right? We're feeling the exhaustion of Mars's unusually long journey through this super emotional sign, which is really uncomfortable terrain for Mars. But at least Mars is going to bless this solar eclipse chart with a tight trine to stabilizing Saturn. Mars at 22 Cancer, water sign. Saturn at 24 Pisces. Water and water can help each other. They have that kind of connection where they can help remove friction from the picture, from your forward movement, from the actions that you are taking, from the things that you are setting up right now. This is a major blessing both to the emotional water signs and the practical earth signs. It's likely to touch your chart in some way. And it might just open up doors of understanding and connection that can help you find your way forward and cross important things off of your to-do list. And the past 6 months may start to make more sense as hidden truths can come to light. With so much of this energy crossing the threshold between Pisces and Aries. So thank you for coming to the Cosmic Calendar Forecast, penultimate bi-weekly edition.